Hi Capricorn, this is Molly from Oracles of Jedi, and I'm here today to give you your monthly update and astrology reading for May. And today I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map deck to pull a card for you. I'm going to, look at your chart. I'm going to look at a sun sign Capricorn chart today and kind of give you an idea about what's going on right now in your astrologically in your chart. And it's interesting because I was really wanting to do Capricorn. I've been feeling you guys today. This video will pertain to your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. And I was just really picking up a lot from the Capricorn moons out there. If you've got a moon in Capricorn, I really think that this video is gonna resonate with you. I've just been picking up a lot of feelings right now from Capricorns, and a lot of emotions going on. I feel like, you guys have probably been experiencing like a tremendous workload. I feel like you guys are working really hard for something. You've been working hard for like probably the past 6 months on either in your job, in a career field, possibly in a business venture that you're trying to start for yourself. You may even be working on a creative project that you've been pouring a ton of energy into. I can sense that with Capricorn. Capricorn is that, that mountain goat that's climbing up the mountain, and you guys work really hard towards your goals and what you're wanting to do in this life. And you do it with your love relationships. You've got people's back. If you're a Capricorn, you're the CEO, you're the hard worker, and you're like the great, employee that's very reliable and rock solid. And so I can see that you guys are really, but I've also been picking up like a ton of frustration off of you. Like, you've been putting so much effort and work into something, and I feel like you think it's like, what's the point? Because it's not even paying off for me. I feel like maybe you're upset. I'm picking that up. And just, I just want to encourage you guys, like, don't give up on whatever you're doing. If it's something that means a lot to you, and you're just not seeing the reward for it, keep with it. And, it might show up for you in the next couple of months. Or you may even be recognized in the next week or two. You just don't know. And so, like I said, don't give up. Sometimes we want to give up right before we actually get that reward, which is really cool. So I know that there's a lot of fear right now surrounding whether or not something is going to work out for you. But I just wanted to tell you that. And I think I'm actually going to pull a card right now, because I'm feeling like I really want to do that before I even look at this chart. So let's see what this deck has to tell us for May for Capricorn. And I got a message earlier. My oldest son is actually a Capricorn, and he's performing tomorrow in a school play, and I feel like other Capricorns are probably performing on stage somehow this month. Perhaps you're in the spotlight in an area. Maybe it's in your career, maybe it's a hobby, or maybe it is a school production or something you're involved with in theater. It could be maybe you're making videos and you're kind of coming out for the first time. There's some spotlight on you guys. And I really love Capricorn. Capricorn, I have Capricorn in my 7th house because I'm a Cancer rising. And Capricorns are that's my house of partnerships. And okay. Alright, so I just pulled a card for you guys. I was just gonna say that I love, Capricorns are my partners. They're usually there for me, and they've got my back. And I just wanted to say that, I love you guys. So this is the home card. I think you can kind of see it. There's kind of some glare going on. Sorry for my computer. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know where that's coming from if it's not the computer. Maybe it's like a spirit or something. I don't know. Like, there's some like weird stuff going on right now. I've had to sage my house like 5 times today to get rid of like energies that are like hanging out. But anyway, so this card in for the month of May, it's talking about your home you might be moving if you're if you're a Capricorn moon. Maybe you've got some like strong placement in the 4th house right now. Maybe you even have Pluto going through, your 4th house if you're a Capricorn, and because Pluto is going through Capricorn right now, it's going to be going through there for another couple of years, with Saturn. And so it's possible that you're moving. It could be that. If I've also told a couple of the water signs this month that they may be moving, because there's just like I feel like I sense a lot of unhappiness with water signs, that they're wanting to move, they're wanting to leave their house, for whatever reason. It could be something small. It could just be that you're unhappy with where you're living. Maybe your landlord's upping the rent on you. It could just be that there's problems and you're just tired of dealing with it. It could be a lot of things. So it could also, one of the other things I was going to say, it could also be that you're leaving like a dorm. If you're a student, you could be leaving your dorm and going back home to live for the summer. I know that a lot of people are graduating right now. And also it could be that you're buying a new home. If you've been working towards that, and that would make sense because of what I was saying earlier. You've been working for something for a very long time, maybe even 6 months. Maybe you're trying to repair your credit because you want to improve it so that you can buy and get a mortgage and buy a new home. And so I do see that for you, Capricorn. It's possible that you're buying a new house at the beginning of the summer. And that's a really great card then. I'm just getting that message just right now. I want to check and see if there's anything else I'm noticing and seeing. In this card, there's like fairies and mushrooms. I even see like a pregnant woman. If you have a Capricorn moon or a Capricorn ascendant, I feel like you may be even pregnant right now, and maybe you're gonna be having a child in the summer, and that's gonna like kind of change your home life. That really, of course, having a new child does change what's going on at home, and how you do things and in your schedule, or who stays home with the child, or anything like that. And I see that in the card. I also see an owl, and I feel like you might be getting some new wisdom from somebody. Maybe you're seeking out a new spiritual advisor. Somebody's giving you advising for school. You may be getting a new job. And you're getting training for something, and you have a new teacher, and so somebody's teaching you something. I see that with the owl there, and it's hiding. There's also the clock, and I feel like that's Saturn, because Saturn, rules, it's father time, and Saturn is also, ruled by Capricorn. That's its, sign that rules that planet. And Saturn is very firm. It creates and establishes new boundaries. It, it builds foundations. It's the CEO, it's the hardworking business owner. And it's possible that, with that father time there, maybe a father figure is coming into your life. Maybe you haven't had a father in your life in a long time, and you're going to be spending more time with your dad. It could be your dad. It could also be a parent that is deceased. If your father has passed away, he is with you, and I think we may be sensing that right now with what's going on astrologically. And I can look at that in your chart. We do personal readings if you are interested through Oracles of Jedi at Facebook page. You can email us at oraclesofjedi@gmail.com, and I can answer any questions you might have. I'm always available. Usually I'll check a couple times a day to see if I have any emails, so feel free to send us an email if you have a question or you want clarity on something that I've talked about in one of these videos. I also see, the last thing I see is, there's two things. There's a door, like in this picture, you can kind of see it, I don't know, there's like a window with like stained glass. And it's weird because okay, so my husband and I, we've been watching this show called The OA, and we just finished the 2nd season. I really love this show. I guess it's getting brought up because maybe it has something to do with this, but it's just like there's whole different dimension aspect, and maybe you've got some like new enlightenment that's coming in from another dimension. It could be like, you're getting wisdom from a deceased loved one. You may be getting visions. You may be getting, New information coming in, like I said, through another dimension, through the spirit world, through, you know, your spirit guides and angels and ancestors. It could be anything like that. And I feel like, you know, that's possibly what that window is. And in this corner, there's a sign that says welcome life. And I feel like, you know, this card is like very, you know, there's lots of things going on in it. It's called the home card, but there's a lot going on here. Just in the artwork with the house and the trees. And welcome home, welcome, you know, welcome life. Usually you would think it would say like welcome home, but welcome life. It's like a new experience is coming in for you, Capricorn. And it's like a new life experience, and it's probably going to be big. I mean, we just had a full moon in Scorpio, so, you know, there's probably some area that's being highlighted with that. And I mean, I'm going to look at your chart real quick and give you some updates on like maybe what's going on astrologically that might be affecting you, because I also feel like that experience that could be Sag. Jupiter is expanding Sagittarius right now. It's in its home sign, and whatever you know, house that is hitting for you, it's expanding, and you're getting new, like, it's just like energizing that area. It's emphasizing it. It's huge. It's big. Jupiter's a big planet. It's a planet of fortune, good luck, blessings, things coming in, and just like and really expanding that area. I'm going to look at this chart right here. And this is actually a familiar chart to me. It's got a Capricorn sun in the second house. And it, you know, with the Scorpio on the ascendant. And let's see, I feel like I gave a message, you know, earlier to Sagittarius, and it was really talking about Capricorn in the second house, and how you know, Pluto and Saturn have been going through that house and ravaging it and just sort of like tearing down lots of things for Sag. And so this person has Sagittarius in the first house. And Jupiter is transiting that house, and it's expanding. And right now it's actually conjunct the Mercury and Saturn. And I think what that's doing is it's pulling out that father energy. It's really expanding it, because, I mean, it's possible that this person has a deceased father, and that father is coming in now and like really enlivening that person's abilities. Maybe they've got psychic abilities. Maybe they're helping in that way. Their father could just be influencing them and giving them spiritual guidance. It could be that. I also see with Mercury, they're probably, you know, they may even be hearing voices, getting visions, anything of the spiritual nature. I sense that. I don't necessarily, you know, Sagittarius is philosophy. It's higher learning. It can be, you know, they're very, they like religion. They like big ideas. They like freedom, adventure. You know, they shoot their arrows out, and, you know, the archer, and they shoot it out, and they aim where they want to. They focus their energy, and they usually get it when they do that. So I feel like if Jupiter's hitting something in your Sag, is in the first house, for instance, and maybe you've got some stuff going on there, that's yourself. Like, something is going on internally, something with yourself. You may be having a new a new self-esteem in your personal life, and just like, you know, maybe a spiritual awakening is going on, and you're you know, feeling that in your body. I would recommend doing some yoga, some kind of meditation where you can balance all of your chakras and stay grounded right now, Capricorn, because if it's a spiritual awakening that you're experiencing right now, you could be getting downloads. You could be experiencing lots of energies coming in, and you need to be able to like ground yourself, because, and I know that Capricorn is a grounded energy, but sometimes you just need to sometimes you need to tell people, no, I don't have time. I also feel like, you know, Capricorn has been getting asked, they're drained. People have been asking you to do things left and right. If you're a Capricorn moon, I feel like you're just like, God, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know that I can do this. there's so much being asked of me and being put on me right now. I just don't feel like I can handle it. Maybe you are a lead in a production, and like you're having to take on a lot of lines possibly, and you're just really worn out from it, and your energy is getting sucked and drained. If you are maybe you're like a backup to somebody else and you're having to take on their load, I just feel like you're taking on other people's loads, like they're burdening you with lots of stuff. And I feel like that's probably what's going on, and with some of you. And I also feel like, so I also wanted to talk about the North Node in Cancer. That's been hitting a lot of people pretty, the North Node is a big aspect, and it affects a lot of people. And right now it is in Cancer. And Cancer is the mother, it's it's the home, it's cooking, it's the family, it's Mother Earth, and the environment. I would say, if you are moving, it's probably aspecting a certain area of your life, and your North Node is getting affected somehow. A lot of people, and I don't know why, but I keep looking at charts lately, and I feel like the 8th house keeps popping up at me, and I don't know if it's because Scorpio, we just had that full moon in Scorpio, but the North Node is transiting the 8th house in this person's chart, and I feel like that's being highlighted somehow. I mean, the 8th house, Scorpio rules the 8th house, and it rules sex, death, transformation, taxes, insurance payouts, child support, all kinds of things. If you're, possibly if you have some alignment, you may even be having more sex than normal. You may be having different types of sex, kinky sex, weird stuff. I don't know how to really say that. You may be experimenting with your body, maybe with your sexuality. Scorpio's not afraid to go to the depths, so you may be experiencing some weird, I don't even want to go there, but just it could be very out of this world, and something that you haven't experienced before is going on, especially, and it could be with a partnership, depending on I would have to look at your personal chart to tell you if you have a partnership coming, or maybe you're experiencing that with somebody that you've already been with. But this person has Mars and the North Node going through the 8th house, so I feel like Mars is probably disrupting this person's 8th house somehow. It could be that because it's also, the 8th house is intimate relationships, and maybe something's getting brought up and you're getting in fights all the time with one of your intimate relationships. I could see that happening. Maybe you're getting in all kinds of fights with your family members, your close loved ones, something like that, with the Mars going through there. And it's in Cancer. And this person's, I think Mars is in Cancer right now. Let me check. It is. It's transiting at 3 degrees. So, yeah, I mean, this person's got it in the 8th house. I would say there's probably fights going on. It could be over child support. It could be over taxes or something, something like that. And, I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I do feel like the 8th house is being triggered right now for Capricorn. It's been triggered, like I said, for a lot of houses. And things are getting brought up and secrets are being revealed with that full moon in Scorpio. I wanted to talk also about Uranus and Taurus. I've talked about it with other people, and I feel like it's important to you as well. It's going through this person's 6th house of work, and that's interesting. I haven't seen that placement. I've talked a little bit about the 11th and 12th house and possibly some of the other ones. I think maybe the 9th. But it's right now it's going through the 6th house, and it's whoa, some money is coming to you through work right now. If you are working very hard and you are and it's going through Taurus in your 6th house of work, service, daily routine, and health, you may be getting money. I mean, if you work in the healthcare industry, you are probably making very good money right now, because Uranus is in there, and maybe you've discovered some new kind of pharmaceutical drug. You could be making a lot of money with that. And maybe you've been worried about it for a while, and maybe it's finally going to get approved in the next week or two. That might be what you're worried about, because you've been worried about it for a while. It could be that. I know it's an interesting message to give you. It's kind of random, but it was what my spirit guides are telling me. Also, you may be meeting somebody at work. a love relationship. Maybe you're meeting a coworker. Maybe you're working on a production and you meet somebody on set. With the Uranus transiting with Venus right there, something unexpected is going to happen, probably with love and with money and how you make money. So you may be getting an offer out of nowhere. You may be getting a new partnership with a love relationship, or it could just be a partnership. I mean, you know, Venus, it's also a partnership. So it's not just, you know, a love life. It could be like a relationship with a child. It could be a relationship with a friend or business partner. So I think that that's what that message was for you. I did want to talk a little bit about that full moon. It's now moving. It's moving pretty quickly right now. Right now it's showing that it's in Capricorn, and if it's in Capricorn and it's hitting your sun somewhere, you may be feeling some disillusionment. And I just wanted to encourage you again. Don't feel like the work that you're putting out there right now, Capricorn, is just not getting seen or recognized. I think it will, and you'll probably get some kind of notification within the next week or two that makes you really happy and kind of relieved that like something is actually working out for you. So I hope this reading helped you, Capricorn. Please like and subscribe to our page at Oracles of Jedi at facebook.com, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.